So, welcome to summer 2020. I'm Dr. Walsh, and I'm going to be your professor for Online English 101. Some of you may not have planned on taking this class online, but given the pandemic, of course, all of our classes are online this summer. And so I'm happy to be able to guide you through this very quick, intense 8-week term. I've actually been teaching online partially, about half my load, roughly, of classes for over 10 years. So it's a form that I'm very familiar with and fairly comfortable with. There are always changes that I need to keep up with. But overall, it's not a new medium for me. And hopefully it'll be a good term for all of us. I traditionally have an online or on-campus, orientation, and obviously we won't be doing that. And that's unfortunate for me because I really do like working face-to-face with students. I won't be able to do that at all this summer. We won't be meeting in person at all. But I just wanted to take a couple minutes here and go over a few things. I won't regularly be downloading videos, but I wanted you to at least kind of say hi and so you can hear my voice and see me as a human for a few minutes here. So I've been at Harper since 2002, which is getting really close to the year probably many of you were born, and that's sort of stunning to me, but I came right out of grad school. I've been teaching online, like I said, for well over 10 years, and I teach full-time in the English department. My other classes, aside from composition courses, include creative writing, British literature from the 19th century, poetry, and I'm a poet, and whatever else I can teach. So our course is going to be 100% online. It's important to note that there are no synchronous sessions, meaning that there's no time at which all of us will have to be logged in at exactly the same moment. There will be, on occasion, I might record something like this to cover a concept or go over an assignment if it's helpful to you. I'm not as comfortable in this mode as I am just writing things out, but I'm trying to reach students in the best ways possible. And there's no final exam on campus or anything, so completely online. You're not required to have a book. My hope was to use a book, but you lucked out in that apparently my book is just not going to be available. And the bookstore didn't tell me that until it was too late to pick another one. So I am uploading material to kind of patch us through since I didn't have time to get a different one. So there's that. What I'd like you to do right away is go through on the left side of your screen when you open up the course shell, as it is open right now. You'll see a number of different tabs. They include information on me. There's syllabus content and or syllabus overview and policies that includes things about stuff like how often I expect you to be able to check into the class, and my policies on late work, which is no, basically, in short, and all kinds of other stuff like those. When you get a traditional paper syllabus, they're typically the first few pages, so it's those kind of materials. Under assignments is where you'll find a weekly folder that has your work for that particular week. I open them a couple weeks ahead. I do not have all 8 weeks open at first. They're done, but they're just not all open at first. If you are going to be traveling, which very few of us are, given the COVID thing, but if you are going to be traveling and you need to know far in advance, or you have a week where you know you'll be working nonstop, you can send me an email and say, I need to know what we're doing in the second week of July, or I would like to know, please, what we're doing in the second week of July, because I know that's going to be a hard week for me, or whatever. So read through those, take a look at the first assignments. That is also the place where quizzes will appear when they are open. So you'll be able to take your quizzes by clicking on the link there. Let me see what else is in my notes. Okay, so generally we're going to have either a week in which we'll be doing different readings that will be provided to you in the class, discussion boards, and a reading quiz, or it'll be a week in which we're working on essays. And there are 3 essays after this week. And they will be an autobiographical narrative, comparative analysis, and a persuasive paper. The assignments are very detailed, and there will be a lot more to come. So you'll have plenty of information on that. For this week, I'm trying to keep this fairly short, because I tend to sort of ramble on in person and apparently on video. For this week, if you click under the week 1 assignment, you'll see that your main task is to complete a diagnostic writing. I call it a diagnostic essay because I want it in essay form. The term itself is kind of problematic. I'm not technically diagnosing anything with a diagnostic. But what it does for me is help me see where you are as a writer and a reader right now, because I'm asking you to read a text called What is College Level Writing? And that will be provided for you in the discussion board. This time only, for this writing only, you'll be using the week 1 discussion board. It's going to explain to you the assignment very clearly, and then there's a link to the reading. You'll do that reading, and then you'll respond to the prompt that is in the discussion board. I want to see what kind of writer you are. I want you to give it your best effort, but please do not stress about it. This is not something where what I'm doing is checking what kind of skills you're bringing to the class so that I can alter content or offer specific suggestions to you and gauge where we are as a group. So that is the purpose of the diagnostic essay. It's graded as credit or no credit. It is not graded on a letter scale, which the other essays will be. They will be graded with letter grades, so you'll get an A- or a C+ or whatever else, a traditional letter scale. But the assignments on those will also be very, very specific. So when you are done with your diagnostic writing, anytime before the end of the week, as the deadlines are posted in the discussion board, then you will post your essay right there, and then you'll have a chance to respond to at least one other student's writing as well. Next week, we'll start readings and a discussion board and a quiz and all that kind of stuff, and then move into our first essay not too long after that. So I really look forward to working with you. Sorry that we won't be able to meet in person at all. There's one thing too I wanted to ask, because I have 2 sections of the same class. Please feel free to email me with any questions. My information is in the faculty contact, but my email is jwalsh@harpercollege.edu. If you can indicate which section you're in, I believe mine are 5 and 6, sections 5 and 6. That would be helpful for me, just because if you have a question about your grade or something like that, then I can look at the right course shell more quickly. For office hours and things like that, we'll use Collaborate in Blackboard. And basically, if we need to meet and kind of chat in person, either via instant messaging or phone, basically through Blackboard, or video chat, then we can do that there as needed. I won't probably have regular just standing office hours, but Collaborate in Blackboard does allow me to open up a classroom where we can meet as needed, since again, normally I like to ask students if they can to come to campus to meet, but of course we can't. So that's that. You'll be seeing a few little videos like this here and there when I feel like it's important or helpful to explain concepts a little bit more. No matter what, even if you were hoping to take this class online, I know this summer is not what any of us wanted or hoped for. It's been a really hard few months. For many reasons, and things seem to be in some ways getting harder. But We'll work on this together. Hopefully, it'll be a chance for you to explore some ideas, express yourself, learn some new skills, and ideally be supportive of one another. I know some of you are unexpectedly unemployed or taking care of kids who would be at school or getting ready for summer camps that are canceled. Some of you are working incredibly taxing jobs, either in healthcare or at things like grocery stores and essential places of business, or now, as of this weekend, maybe waiting tables for some place that allows outdoor seating. And for others, we're doing our part by working from home, which really was fun for a few days and got a little tiresome. But we're all in this together, and we're going to get through it. Your campus life at Harper or wherever you'll be transferring to will eventually get back to normal. Probably in the interim with some face masks, but don't know. And so I wish you all patience and the best of health, and hopes that the readings and work that we do here can give you some time to process and think and hone your critical thinking, reading, and writing skills so that you can express yourself best, and also be a little bit of a distraction, ideally, from everything that is difficult in the world. And that's a lot right now. So I look very forward to working with you, and thank you very much.